Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily App Show. Today we have an app for the iPad for you called IP Camsoft. This is an IP camera application that we can use to either connect our IP cameras or different ones around the world. You can see here on the main section of the application we have our gallery view. We have all these different cameras here that we've already connected. Now if we want to view one on a larger scale, all we have to do is double tap it and it'll bring it up full screen for us. Now you can see here this one has a speaker in the top left corner. That means that there can be sound connected with this camera. We can also bring up our menu here and go back into our grid view, or we can come back and double tap and bring it back up full screen. We can come in here into our controls and have a few different controls for the cameras depending on the models of the cameras and if they're available. Now on this one you can see we can scan with this camera either vertically, we can scan horizontally, and all these different buttons that'll react simply to a touch. We can even have it autofocus or adjust the focus manually, or even make it darker or brighter directly in here. And if it's maybe nighttime, we can turn a light on and off. We can also zoom with this camera here. So this one has full capabilities for us to be able to move around. You see we can tap these buttons to move, or we can actually swipe the screen to move too if that's something that we wanted to do. Now if there are any presets with these cameras, we can use those with these numbers. This one you can see doesn't have any, but say it had a zoom and a position preset, it can actually be pressed there and be taken to it. Now if we want to add a new camera, all we have to do is press this plus button, and we can either change or remove one of these, or we can come down here and press this plus button and add in a camera. Now we can either choose one from our camera list or press add camera. You can see you can give your camera a name, the URL or IP address, if it uses a secure server and what port, if there's a username and password, and then we would select our model. This has over 600 different models of cameras that we can use. So what we do is we select it and use it directly in there. And then we'll be able to view the camera just like that. We can come in here into our recorded mode. So if we recorded any video, that would directly be in here in our gallery. Come into our settings here. We can have it show the labels on and off, change the background color. We can have it prevent our screen locking if we're going to have it open for a while, change the video recording quality, and even turn a password on for this application. So that's going to be really convenient for us as well. In this question mark button, it'll tell us what each of these items do and what each button does. What we can do is open up one of these again if that's something we would like to do, and bring up our menu. You can see we can take a screenshot and we can send it by an email or save it to our camera roll, or we can record. The way to tell it's recording is you can see it has a timer. It says recording for us up there. At any point we can stop recording. It'll ask us if we want to play it now, but we don't have to, and we can go back to it later in our gallery if that's something that we wanted to do. Now to quickly switch between cameras, when we're in our full screen mode, we can bring up our menu here, and all we have to do is slide down. You can see it moves really quickly for us. It's a really responsive application. So once again, this application is available for the iPad. It is called IP Camsoft. If you like it, be sure to pick it up in the App Store.